ladies and gents. Welcome to the Great Pasquale Show. Make yourselves comfortable as we embark on a journey back to time when things were a whole lot better, see? A time when people were tough, independent, and believed in being free, see? So without further ado, please sit back, relax, and enjoy the show as we give a big warm welcome to our one and only savior, the Great Pasquale, see?
Thanks, Bob. We're doing this with no notes today. Well, welcome back to the show. The last show, let's the intro music's done, and then I'll tell you what happened. But anyway, welcome to the show. If you haven't been here before, please subscribe and like my videos, even if you don't like them. And if you don't like them, I don't blame you, because they're kind of all over the place. But anyway, I'm supposed to say hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter in this never-ending saga of tyranny, where we, the freedom faces of America, band together to continue our fight against the mass Nazis, the tech bullies, the gullibles, and save our nation from turning into an Orwellian nightmare as we liberate the what-about-Bobs of the world from bondage. Maybe someday I could change that little last part, because maybe someday people will come out of their shell and come out of their homes and so I just get my little count a little more centered here. Anyway, last show got canceled by YouTube. Thank you, YouTube. Could always count on you guys to promote free speech. Why did I get the video taken down? I must have said something about vaccines. I may have alluded to what I was finding on my own research about them possibly being not so safe, in my opinion, based on, I'm going to say my opinion now every time. I believe, based on my resources, that they are not very safe, because we're seeing data come out with side effects, possible side effects, not possible, actual side effects linking to the vaccine. Potentially, possibly, allegedly. Is that okay, YouTube? Can I say that? Jesus Christ. You can't say a damn thing. As if you people listening to this show, my 19 subscribers or whatever I got, not a very popular show. Who am I? I'm just some little guy. Maybe someday I'll be somebody. But for now, I'm not much. But I speak my mind. I try to get the message out. I try to give whoever wants to listen to this show information that I find when I find it. Now, I've been a little bit lax lately because I've been buried in my own, share a little personal life with you here. I am moving, okay? I am moving to Florida, as we say in Queens. Jacksonville in particular, which, finally relaxed their mask mandates. That mayor over there, forgive me, I forgot his name. You'd think I'd learn this stuff, get all prepared. Might as well look it up. No time like the present, they say, right? Jesus Christ, I move my microphone over. Mayor, Mayor, I spelled that real right, of Jacksonville, Florida. Anyway, this is so unprofessional here. So he finally, I think he would, Lenny Curry, how could I forget this guy's name? Jerk. Anyway, he let these mask mandates go on like forever, even after DeSantis lifted them and basically banned them. I think this was in March. I think he went as far as almost. Yeah, maybe it was March. I don't really remember, but that's what was holding me back from moving into Jacksonville, because I did not want to move from one mask Nazi-like state to another. All right, so whatever, we're going there. End of the month, we're out of here, so you will see a different background, hopefully by the next show, because I don't think I'm going to do another. But just wanted to give you a quick update on that and what's going on. And New York in particular, even Andrew Cuomo apparently lifted the mask mandate. But, you got these businesses still running wild with them. They won't let go. They're like, it's a new religion, basically. It's like a cult. Sorry, I heard a noise upstairs. Anyway, it's become like a religious cult. It's almost like, I feel like I'm in the Middle East, the women with the, I mean, you don't have to wear a mask anymore. I mean, if you're vaccinated. So if everybody's gonna keep wearing the masks, because I swear to God, like almost nobody has taken them off. I've been in stores and nobody's taken them off. So if they're vaccinated, let's say, which you wouldn't know, and they're going to wear the masks, wouldn't you then assume that they're not vaccinated? So should I go, oh my God, what a bunch of unvaccinated people in this store. Ugh. Should I do that? Should I make them feel uncomfortable the way they have made us feel uncomfortable for so long? Wear a mask, wear a mask. As Biden would say, you get your vaccination, then you get your second booster, then you take off the mask. You don't, then you wear a mask until you do. God talks to us. What is with the left that they talk to us like we are children? I guess we should blame ourselves. We vote for this crap because we want to live in a nanny state. They may as well give us our bottle, change our diaper, the diaper on our face and on our crotch. Give us the blankie, tuck us in, and I take care of everything. When we wake up in the morning, the government's going to take care of us because the government's here to keep us safe. A lot of you morons out there believe in that. In fact, I wonder if he's listening now. I have no idea, but I had an email fight with an old friend, a former bandmate. That's right, you know what I'm talking about. If you're listening, you. Mr. Germany, I'm going to call him. That's right, left this country, moved to Germany many years ago, never said goodbye, nothing. I found out through another mutual former bandmate friend. I use quotes because of the friend part. These two bums quit on me, by the way. Well, I'll tell you Aberdeen Lizard stories. Like I said, the Great Pasquale channel has got to get away from the politics once in a while. We want to get into psychology. We want to get into music. It has to be some comedy in there. I'll read you some of my funny stories that I write. We're going to make it more interesting because, I mean, you could talk about coronavirus till the cows come home. This thing will be with us probably forever. Schmaxines, I don't care if they have 1,000 vaccines. There'll always be another virus. Corona, Budweiser, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, long story short, this moron... and I'm going to call him a moron because he turned into a moron. And again, an email fight. Reminds you of like when you have text fights with people. It's how do you fight in writing? It's like you can't really read the tone. You can't read the mannerisms. You don't even know if you're fighting. People take your words out of context all the time, especially when you project some of your own perception of... I got to stop doing that. I'm banging the table. Your own perception of that person. A way that you think that they are or were. Mind you, I have not spoken to this person in probably, it's got to be 15 years, perhaps? I don't even know. A long damn time. And then, so everybody changes, you would think. Most people change, I would imagine. I've grown up, 45 years old now, so do the math, And in my youther, I was a little more hostile. Your ego's bigger when you're younger. It's like a defense mechanism. It's maybe something from nature. Maybe we needed big egos to survive, before society evolved. Whatever the case would be, whatever the psychology and the science is behind it. So I've grown. So I believe this person is thinking I am exactly the way I was. Now, there are things about your temperament that do never change. They're part of your DNA. But your personality can change over time. I believe. Watch me get banned for saying that. My channel didn't get banned. A video got taken down, so whatever. I don't want to get censored again, okay? YouTube gods, is that okay? Meh. Anyway, but long story short, it was like, hi, how are you? How's it been going? How are the kids? The whole catch-up thing. Talk about music, and then my big mouth, I was praising the German people, this person being from Germany now, who was eventually going to rescind his citizenship. I praised the German people for fighting back on the lockdowns and the mask mandates, because I've seen many videos, and I'll put the links down in one of my videos to prove it, from different cities in Germany of thousands upon thousands of people fighting the lockdowns and the mask mandates. And there was a little exchange of, oh, well, I'm not seeing that much here. I'm in Berlin, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, well, it is happening, whether you're seeing it or not. I don't know, maybe you were home that day. I have no idea. But this has happened. And then, of course, this person happens to be pretty left. I mean, I love people on the left. They act like they're neutral and they see both sides. They're not. They are as left as can be. They are to the left of the left, okay? So the left of the left, that way. And it was like this person's pro-lockdown, pro-mask, and anti-science, and back and forth. And it became such a political war. And this is the problem. This is what coronavirus has done to us as a people. It has divided us so much that even that two former friends can't even have a little catch-up email, how you doing, without fighting. This turned into World War III. It got personal. It's ridiculous. I'll never talk to this scumbag again. Just so you know, never again. Because you owe me an apology, you son of a bitch. You do, for the mean things you said. And, things get contentious in a heartbeat when you talk about this sore point of coronavirus. And it's so stupid because it's science, for God's sakes. At least it should be. Whatever you believe, okay, great. And it's amazing that we have to even choose to use those words, that what I believe about the virus, my belief about how dangerous it may or may not be, my belief of the efficacy of masks, my belief of vaccines, do they work or not for this virus, are they dangerous or not, my belief in the spread, how it spreads, where it spread, what worked, what didn't work. Everything becomes my belief now. It is ridiculous. We have strayed so far from the truth. It's who knows which end is up anymore. I always try to cite my resources when I can, when I have my notes in front of me, but I like to generalize. I keep the stuff in my head. And not that Mr. Google man, like this idiot went and Googled a bunch of... He needed several days to respond to my email, dissected it. Whoa, you're wrong about the masks, you're wrong about the lockdowns, you're wrong about how it spreads, you're wrong about this. Like, I'm wrong about it. Yet there are studies after study after study all around the world, as long as they don't get censored, when you find them, that prove otherwise. But anyway, long story short, I have shared the numbers with my audience many times about the death toll. I mean, and this is like public knowledge now. It's public record. It's documented practically everywhere, even on the psychotic CDC and the WHO, these bums. They even have finally acknowledged, after a year data, we don't know now that this thing is a less than 0% chance of death for ages of people under 75, so to speak. I mean, again, I'm generalizing, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what it is. It's like 0.00 whatever. There is a 99.7 recovery. There's even bumper stickers that say 99.7% recovery rate. That's always been the number. That has not changed. And let's face it, the more we test, it's going to pull those numbers away from each other. You're going to see more cases, very little death. Remember this, Dr. Erickson? Lots of cases, very little death. Remember the hands. Don't forget that. The masks, tests on masks. Denmark study proved that there was no difference practically. Like a minute percentage of a percentage difference between mask wearers and non-mask wearers. In fact, the more they study this thing, they're showing a pattern of the mask actually contributing to transmission or cross-contamination or things that are just causing more infection ultimately. A theory? Maybe. Could we have a discussion? Could we sit down at the table? Can everyone that is of science have a seat at that table, wherever this table may be, and discuss it instead of the panic porn like we did back in March over a year ago? Fire, fire, run, run, run. What happened to stop, drop, and roll? Stay calm. Head for the nearest exits. Single file. What happened to that? Everybody stop panicking. Quick, quick, quick. It makes you wonder. And now with the Fauci emails, think about that. We already know now that he knew things. Now, was it intentional? I wonder. Anyway, that's my spiel. Anyway, thank you for tuning into the show. Just, like I said, quick update on what's going on here. Take off the masks. Please fight back. Don't listen to this nonsense. We all have a right to our opinion. We all have a right to air. We have a right to show our faces in public. And we cannot let these mask Nazis, lockdown Nazis, control us anymore. I have been saying this for, oh my God, has it been 15 months already? 15 days to flatten the curve has turned into 15 freaking months. People, it is nuts. It is high time that we get our lives back. And I'm getting my life back in Florida with Ron DeSantis, who will go down in history as probably the greatest man that ever lived. That is the wrong music. I meant to do that one. Oh, I laughed too hard. I distorted my channel right here. But anyway, just, what can I say? The more people that take off the mask, the more people will take off the mask. It's COVID Othello, I call it. Mask Othello. We got to flip it back. Flip, flip, flip. You gonna play that game? Do it. Take off a mask today. Hug somebody. Spit, sneeze, cough. And let me know how that goes for you, because you'll probably be in jail. Goodbye.